MaxTimber. Thank you guys so much for clicking this video and deciding to watch with me. Today we are back with more Miraculous. We are watching season 6, episode 5, Werepapas, which is an interesting title. I'm very excited to continue watching Miraculous. Keep in mind, guys, that I have been getting just absolutely blocked and copyright striked by Miraculous and Disney for doing these. So if you guys want to see my full uncut reaction without any of the editing or my face blocking a lot of stuff, you can go to my Patreon page, link down in the description below, to support my channel over there. And if my channel magically disappears due to copyright strikes, that's where you can find me in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please support the official release. Without further ado, let's get started.
So this means that you have a daddy and a mommy too?
Yes, and
Emily.
your grand.
Aww, look at little baby Adrien and his mom. Oh, they're so cute.
And there are things that my daddy and my mommy love more than me.
What?
Oh, it's traumatized.
Does that mean that daddy doesn't love me?
Oh,
Why would you say that?
yeah.
Because we never see daddy.
Yeah,
He's never here.
No.
Oh, oh. That would be so hard. That would be so hard to talk to your kid about and explain, like, like your dad loves you. He's just trying to help me and get me better. And like, but I mean, parents do have to go through this situation. Like, it happens. It's hard, but it happens. Like, it's just every family is different, and what every family has to do to make it through is different. Oh, but look at little baby Adrien. Like, his little heart is just so broken. Like, he's trying to understand, but his little heart is broken. Oh.
They'll find them, and I'll get better, then we'll all stay home together.
But the thing is, she didn't get better. I should laugh. That's so mean. Oh.
Everything all right, Adrien?
Oh my god, look at you! My god, look at your new style and your outfits and your working legs. Oh. Yeah, you miss your mom. Oh, but like Natalie is, yeah. No,
sorry,
Natalie. No, hug your boy, please. He's practically your son. He is practically your son. Hug him, please. Like, this boy is broken. Did we even get him therapy? Like, his dad died and he thinks his dad gave up his life and shit. Like, did we get him therapy? Have we helped him? Because so far he's the only one. No, he is the only one whose outfit has not changed. He's the only one who really hasn't, literally the only one who hasn't moved on yet. Like, even Natalie has changed. Like, she's an adult, you know, she can process. She also knows the truth, by the way. But Adrien hasn't. Like, can we check on him? Can we get him therapy? Can we do something? Like, I'm concerned about Adrien, like, really badly. If I saw, like, my granted, yes, he's missing his parents. But, like, if I was Natalie and I saw him, like, doing this, I'd go get him help. Natalie, come on. Therapy. Let's go. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Your grandparents want to see you.
Which one? Both? Aw, Marinette's family. They're all here. That's so sweet. I love that.
I feel like somebody's missing. When do we get to meet him?
This is cute. Yeah, and dad's on her case about meeting him. Yes. I love that her family is so involved. I don't think it's like a bad thing. I love that her family is involved. I think it's very sweet. I think it is good to be involved in your kid's life. Like, yes, they need space too, but I think this is overall harmless.
It's her first time being in a relationship.
What?
Let her do things at her own pace.
No, that's not true. Mother, that's not true. She dated Luca, like, for like a week or two or a month. I don't know how long it was, but they dated for like a bit, okay? Like, that's mean to like undermine Luca and say that Adrien is her first relationship when it's not. Granted, yes, I know I have been like, oh yes, this is technically Marinette's first relationship. This is hard, huh? Like, I know I said that like last week, but like, it is the intention that like she actually actually wants to be with Adrien and she cares more. So for her, this is her first relationship. But now I'm wondering, like, if Mom said this, is that just like a translation thing, a writing thing? Or did Marinette not even introduce Luca to her parents? Or did she not even tell her parents about the fact that she was dating Luca? Like, it is possible. And probably thinking way too hard into this. That's probably not what happened. But maybe she didn't tell them. Like, not to say I wouldn't blame her, but sometimes, like, especially when you're younger, like, you have these fleeting little relationships and you don't want your parents to be mad at you for having these fleeting little relationships. So, like, you don't tell your parents right away. You kind of wait a month or 2 or 3 to see if it's going to work out. So it's possible that's might have what she did with Luca, which is really sad if that's the case. He doesn't deserve that. But I get her maybe not telling them.
Are you free for lunch on Sunday?
No.
I'm meeting my grandparents.
No, grandparents
That's
coming over. It's gonna
amazing.
be a big deal. Big deal. Not fun times, Marinette. Not good times, sweetheart. Nope. Like, Marinette, you've never even heard him talk about his grandparents before. Like, ever. It's been like a year, girl, and you've never heard him say that before. Like, I think you can just assume that it's not a good thing.
You know what? Since you can't come to my place, I'll
Marinette,
come to yours.
honey,
I'm an expert at grandparents.
Honey, I don't know about this.
Lord Graham was very specific about the lunch being a family-only reunion. Only the waitstaff will be allowed inside the dining room.
Hence the uniform.
Natalie, wait, you're just Natalie, you're the adult here. Natalie, you're letting her do this? Natalie, come on. No. We're trusting Marinette. Granted, yes, I get it. Natalie does trust Marinette because she knows Marinette's identity. She knows Marinette's lie because she also has to live with that lie too. So I get that she kind of does have more trust in Marinette and her decisions because she's like, you could blow us sky high at any moment, Marinette. So maybe I just let her do this because the day Adrien finds out that Natalie, his literal surrogate mother, basically, like adopting mother, and his girlfriend both know the lie that his dad was, you know, the devil, basically, he's done. The boy is done for. Like, it's not gonna be good. So I guess Natalie just goes with anything now. She's scared of Marinette.
I could never replace Adrien's mother.
Natalie, you know you're basically his mother. You gotta fight for your boy, honey, please. Oh my, they just came out of that, like, fanciful and
Grandfather, grandmother.
Lord
oh,
Graham,
a
please.
lord. Oh my, they seem like the worst. They seem awful.
And arriving now are your grandparents on your father's side,
Oh my
Johnny
God,
and Gabriel Grissett.
Oh! And they've got the jagged shirts on. Oh my god. They're very hippie. Is that what we're going for here? Hippies? Okay. I mean, like, Gabriel was ashamed of them. Gabriel dropped them like a rock. Like, he has hidden that side of his life. He doesn't want anyone to see it. Those, like, weird movies he made and stuff. Like, yeah. But they seem really nice. I like the accents, but they seem really nice. They don't seem like bad people. Just maybe a little bit free. And I get that can be kind of shameful because especially if, like, you're trying to fit into, like, your significant other's life, which is Emily, and her family is all fanciful, you want to be better for her. So I get why he probably dropped his parents and gave up on that life to be with Emily. I'm not saying he's correct, but I get what he did and why he did it.
Who will have custody of Adrien now that he's all alone?
But Adrien isn't alone.
Marinette, you can be here to support him, but I think you need to keep your mouth shut. You are going to cause a problem. I think you're going to escalate this situation to a point that maybe it didn't need to get to. All we need is just Adrien to speak up and Natalie to maybe come in here and settle some things too, and it'll all be great. But, like, Marinette, no.
I live with Natalie.
She's an employee, not family.
She has no legal right to care for you, unlike us.
Natalie has known Adrien for so long that she's practically part of the family now.
Mary, I'm talking!
Boy
Keep your
in this
useless
can all be
remarks
done
to
with,
yourself!
okay? Useless remarks! I'm done with this man. I'm pretty sure you could go to court and they would probably even give you custody of Adrien. It'd be expensive, but you could probably get custody of Adrien because you have been his caretaker for far longer, even over, like, you know, blood relations. Technically this will trump it because they've never even been a part of his life, so they will want to put him with somebody who will care for him. So I'm pretty sure you could, but it seems like these people are like the worst, so they're probably gonna fight you tooth and nail for it. On that note, what happened to the Aggress brand? Who is controlling the Aggress brand? Sorry, side tangent. Who's controlling that? Did Natalie become owner? Were there like other CEOs, like, you know, other board members of the Aggress, you know, fashion brand and stuff? Or was that Natalie? Because Natalie's his assistant, but assistant doesn't mean that you're, you know, the like next in line or anything. Who controls that now? Who controls those assets, that company? Like, I'm pretty sure he wasn't a solo, you know, company owner. I would like to know. I don't know. Probably I'm gonna assume they just have Natalie running things and like, but I think that'd be a cool episode to like have to deal with that fact and like that extra stress, but they probably don't want to put it on the kiddos, so we'll probably never know. But no, I'm curious about those things. I'm thinking about it.
Adrien can't go and live there with that lord.
Marinette, that lord is his grandfather,
Yes.
and I have no
There
right.
must be something that can be done.
Yes, Marinette. Yes. You tell Natalie to get in there. You tell her to go get her boy. Like, you can't let him leave. Though I think maybe this might be a little bit selfish. Honestly, yes, we know that Adrien wants to be with Natalie and, you know, be here in Paris with his friends and everything. But at the same time, he could have a good life elsewhere. We don't know. Like, we could just be selfishly holding him back. Granted, yes, we know we need him here because he's Cat Noir, all those things. But like, you know, maybe this might be a little bit selfish on Marinette's part. But we know Adrien wants to be here. I'm just saying.
Hand me the Graham's twin ring.
Don't give the rings. No, I don't like that. The Adrien that controls you. I don't like that. Granted, I get that Adrien's like ignorant to all these things, and that's why we need Marinette here stepping up and trying to get them. But
Take
Stop barking at me! Oh, lucky me!
Give me that! That belongs to the kiddo, not you! Hands off!
Oh, this is this is escalating so much. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be such a catastrophe so fast.
I have the ring. I'm the queen. No one tells me what to do.
Oh, hi, Chrysalis. Hi, honey. How did she know? Wait. No, but like, how did she know? Like the other times we've seen somebody creeping in the background in these situations, and that's how I assumed Chrysalis has been knowing what's going on. But how did she know here? I haven't seen anybody in the background. How does she... Can she sense, like, the emotional troublings? Like our Hawk Moth could? Or is there, like, is she, like, really stalking, like, actually stalking Marinette? Because they've all involved Marinette. And this one is too, technically. But how would Chrysalis know this? To be able to akumatize her? I don't know. But I'm very curious now how that works.
Really?
I'm the ringmaster, the lady of the rings.
That's fun. I really like everybody's designs so far for like their kumatizations. It's cool. Oh, you're turning them into grandparents and going to make them fight over Adrien because they are children. Okay, yeah. I love making the elderly fight. That's fun. Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm here for it. Put them in the ring and ding, 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 you know, all that jazz. Oh boy. So we're not gonna have Cat Noir, huh? That's unfortunate. Oh, this is just like that episode with Marinette and her dad. Aww.
Tiki Swanson!
Transform from her maid costume. It's so pretty. I really like our transformation sequences. They're really gorgeous. They need that little polish, that little pizzazz in them. I think they've done a really good job.
Just transform and use your power to destroy the whole thing.
But then everyone would know that I'm Cat Noir.
In that case, relax and take the...
Yeah. What are you gonna do, Adrien? Because you can't transform here, because we'll see you come out. But at the same time, Ladybug could use your help, but she has other people she can call too. It's not like she always needs him anymore. But I guess that goes back to our problem of like season 5 where he like felt abandoned and stuff. So I don't know.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm on my way, but I'll be a bit late.
Sorry, Ladybug. I got caught in traffic. I'm gonna be a little bit late. Like, what the hell? That's so funny, but it's smart of him to send it. It is smart. It's just very funny. Like, oh no, I got caught in traffic or something. I'm stuck in the bridge. Oh, whoa, poor was me, little Cat Noir. So silly.
Having fun with your friends, Ladybug.
Whoa, wait, what? Have we ever had this before where like the lucky charm has like changed like this? That's so cool, because I get lucky charm is there for whatever situation she needs, so long as she, you know, hasn't used it yet, then in theory it can keep changing to whatever she needs in that situation. But that's so cool. I don't really remember a time where like we had the like lucky charm constantly shifting into different objects she needs. Like in this situation it's to block her.
Have it your way.
Oh my god, I love that scarf. That's so cute. Wait, can we just like have that? I want one of the heroes to have like a scarf thing like that. That's cool. Hey, yes, good job, girl.
Hug each other and make up.
Ew, yeah, yep. Ooh, yeah. So she knows. She knows the weight of what she's has to do here. And she literally looks at the rings, looks up to where Adrien is supposed to be. Okay, just butterfly, no amok. Okay. He's good. But it begs the question, did Adrien die for a hot minute in there? Like, was it like the Schrodinger's cat situation where like Adrien died? But like, since we cannot see him, we do not know if he's dead or alive at that moment. But we didn't see the amok come out of the rings. So, oh, interesting. Yeah, we didn't see the amok come out of the ring. We didn't see the amok come out of the ring. Only butterfly. Ooh, that's got me thinking. I don't know. Well, because we've had this situation before in Repose with Kagami, right? We've had the same thing. Like, Kagami's gotten akumatized in her ring before, and we broke it, and there was no amok. So that was fine. But why did we not have an amok? And I guess, you know, at that time, we didn't really know about the amoks. So I don't really know. I don't know how to feel about what I just saw. I need to think on that. I'll come back later and we'll talk on this because I don't know.
I hope this magical charm will help you make the right decisions.
You're giving the rings back to her? Well, she's probably learned her lesson. But you're giving the rings back to her? I would give it to Adrien.
This ring belongs to Adrien. He should decide his own future.
Okay, this is fine.
Thank you.
They're letting Adrien decide what he wants. And he wants to be here in Paris with Marinette and Natalie. And Natalie is his mom. Aww.
To
so
Adrien,
cute.
you're like a mother now.
I'm so glad. Natalie's a really good person. She's always been so good to Adrien. So I'm really glad that like we are having this episode and establishing that. No. Okay, but this is a really cute end card. I like that. Look at them bonding. Yeah, boy. Oh? Another? Wow, is every episode going to have like the end scene? That's kind of crazy. Oh, a flashback. Oh, okay.
Father, did you find the medicine for Mom?
Poor
No.
little Adrien.
Are you gonna leave again?
Yes. I shouldn't say I get it. I understand that Gabriel is like, you know, distant and upset. And maybe even feels a little bit of resentment towards Adrien because technically, like, this wouldn't have happened if they weren't trying for Adrien. So maybe even at this time, he might have felt some resentment towards Adrien. Maybe it's just general disappointment. So when he gets home, he's just sad. But maybe there is some resentment towards Adrien in this time period where he's like, you're the reason why Emily isn't doing well. I don't know.
Once your mother is healed, your father will stay here with both of you.
Natalie's
forever.
here. Natalie makes it all better. Oh. Oh, and Emily's watching. Oh. I wonder if like immediately after Emily saw that is when she recorded those videos. I wonder. Because like Emily herself was like, hey, like Adrien is going to need you. Like he needs a mother. I wonder if she like literally went and recorded them. I wonder. Huh. There's so much that just happened in this episode. Like so much to talk about. Like from the rings to like where's the amok to Natalie being his mom. What happened to the Aggress brand too? Like there's a lot of questions I have after this. I'm so curious. Okay, we have to talk about the twin rings and why there wasn't an amok. I've been sitting here racking my brain about why, but I immediately have to remember that we have the repost episode with Kagami. Kagami's ring, same situation happened. And we didn't have an amok. So I can't help but think that maybe there has to be something going on there. Because I want to be like, oh, maybe like this or that. But because we have broken, you know, the Mega Kuma, you know, stuff and gotten both the amok and the butterfly out of objects that have been broken before, fixed everything. I also think it was very suspicious that they didn't let us see Adrien in that moment. I think there's kind of two reasons. Either it was like the Schwardinger, whatever, like cat situation where like he died for a hot second and then was brought back by, you know, the Miraculous Ladybug, or it was that like Adrien himself was scared too when they were broken and they didn't want us to see his reaction. Maybe. But I'm very curious because, okay, we have done this with Kagami as well. And that's important to remember. We've already done this situation before. But Ladybug did not know about any of the Senti monster stuff, the amoks at that point. That wasn't even on our radar yet. So there was no way for her to know that an amok could have been in there. Now, we have to go back and think this situation. Ladybug did know that there's an amok in there. So maybe it's a situation where like she didn't intend, you know, to get rid of this amok. She was not trying to. So therefore, maybe the amok did not come out. Maybe it's an intention sort of thing where it's like, if your intention is to get rid of this amok, the amok will come out with it. Maybe it's a situation like that. Or, and this is where the outlandish maybiness comes in, potentially maybe no, because again, we have Kagami, so it doesn't make sense. Everything has to go to the fact that we have already done this to Kagami. And that's where this is hard, because like I can think of these odd ideas, like maybe Felix swapped out the ring so Adrien could have his independence. But it's like, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's what happened this time. Like, I think it is just an intention thing where like you have to have the intent to destroy the Amok. Maybe. I guess there's the potential for like maybe Gabriel did a wish thing, but I don't think that's true either. Like, again, we have Kagami who has done this and had this happen to her and she was fine. So I feel like it is just an intent thing. Like, I've been sitting on it and trying to think of this, but I think it's an intention thing. I think you have to want to get rid of the Amok. I think that is what's going on. But I don't know. That's a really interesting little moment. And the fact that they like, you know, obviously Marinette learned the story from Felix. So either Felix's story was wrong and that's not where they put the Amok for Adrien and, you know, Felix. Like, maybe that's not where they put it. But we have seen like the ring control Adrien before. Like, yes, Adrien is a little bit submissive to like his dad and Natalie, but we've even seen Natalie like have it. So I don't think Felix was wrong or anything. I think it is in the rings. But I think it is an intention thing. I think it is intent. Like, you have to intend to get rid of the Amok. That's where I'm sitting on. I would love to hear you guys' theories down below, because I wanted to be more shocked about this, to be like, ugh. But it's like we've already had this with Kagami and like that was okay. So, you know, that's hard though. That's interesting. I really want to hear you guys' thoughts, because I feel like the Kagami already having this in repost really like makes this different. But it makes sense, but it makes it different. And maybe I want to believe the writers like know what they're doing and like didn't just like, you know, make the Senti monster things out of nowhere before making Kagami. I feel like Kagami maybe was already pre-planned with this in mind. So I don't think that they like, you know, like were like, ha, shenanigans. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'd love to hear your guys' theories. Let me know. But moving on though, Adrien meeting his grandparents. That is difficult. Having not met your, you know, family in that long is a very difficult situation. I think he did pretty good with it. I am glad that overall Natalie is going to be his mom and basically be his guardian and adopt him. I think that's the best situation out of everything, because she is the one who has been there with him, helped him through hard times. He has come to her, asked her for kind of like that motherly advice, and even Emily herself entrusted Natalie to be that mom. Like, she said it herself in those old like videotapes where she's like, he's going to need a mom, Natalie. Like, that's you. And I don't think anyone else really could love Adrien as much in that motherly way. Like, I think that's so good. Also, her design! Oh my gosh, I love the upgraded design. She looks just so young. She looks like she is just loving life again. I love the style, the cute little bob with the red in there. Kind of a reddish, more purple hair hue going on. Very pretty. I love the glasses too. Love that she can walk. So I think it turned out so great. She looks amazing. I love the design update on her. Yeah. Emily's parents though are like, I like that, like, that grandma is like wanting to be fun and do all these things and like have this time. But I think my problem with like more kid general programming shows is like, why is this finally the moment where she, you know, has her catalyst of change? Like, why is it here? Like, she has been married to this man I mean, presumably, you know, let's say Emily had her baby, you know, Adrien, when she was maybe like 24 or something, maybe a little bit younger. But so her parents have probably been married at least like 30 to 40 years. And this moment is what made her be like, I can't do this anymore. Bark, 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 bark. Like this. Not when like both your children really wanted nothing to do with you, like your twin daughters. And like not when Emily wouldn't let you see like your grandchild. Like this moment right here, right now is what does it. That's where I just kind of get like a little bit perturbed. Because like, yes, being in a toxic and potentially abusive relationship is very hard to get out of. I recognize that. I do. It's just weird that like this moment is where it happens. And maybe she's just never had that extra support to be there and feel safe enough to confront him. But that's just where I get a little bit annoyed. It's like, I feel like you've had other moments in your life to have this freak out, and you've let this man literally call you useless too, by the way. How rude. But it's like, you've let this go on, girl. Like, seems like you've been wanting to get out for a while. So like, why now? But you know, having a comfortable life and money, I'm sure does make you stay. And then we have Gabriel's parents, which their son dropped them like a box of rocks. As we've seen, Gabriel is very ashamed of his parents, like not letting Adrien see them, never interacting with them. Gabriel has made it very clear that he's like repressed a lot of that, like, you know, like fast food rocker self of him. Like we saw the image of himself in the old mayor's, and I'm forgetting his name, but Chloe's dad, the old mayor's like box of relic-y, you know, videotapes, the dream box. Like we saw Gabriel in there and the stuff they used to do. Like Gabriel's very ashamed of that stuff. He doesn't want that life anymore. He wanted to be somebody who can, you know, be worthy of Emily, who didn't want to give up. And even though Emily's parents, it sounds like, tried to buy Gabriel away, so like offered money to Gabriel's parents to try to get Gabriel to leave. That was my assumption when like he was like, we don't want your money again, like we will say no. Like that's what it sounded like happened before, where the Emily's parents tried to buy off Gabriel, and Gabriel's like, nah, I'm marrying your daughter, like you could not buy me. And like tried to buy his parents then to be like, tell him not to. And they're like, our son hates us, so it's not gonna work anyways, but we don't want your money. So pretty crazy there. But yeah, I like Gabriel's parents. They seem lovely. I think they sound like good people with good hearts. It's just not what Gabriel wanted in his life. He wanted to be someone worthy of Emily, and then ended up going down this, you know, very toxic adventure hunt to try to find the miraculous, get the, you know, butterfly, peacock miraculous, things like that, to try to, you know, make their wish of having a child. And then, oh, lo and behold, it's not what they wanted, because now it's killing off his wife. And then he had to go try to seek out the Ladybug and Cat miraculous to try and make the wish to fix everything that they did due to their own, you know, recklessness. So it's all interesting. You can see where everything kind of went wrong and like the whole dynamics of this family. And I really love that about Miraculous, is that we have this, you know, really good just like build up of the story and how everything has got here and how people have, you know, changed and how they became this way. Like everyone's character development is really good, even if it's not always at the forefront of the screen. We get it through other parts of the story and filling in those gaps. So I really do appreciate it. But wow, like that first intro bit with Emily and Adrien, where she's like, yeah, my parents are not great, that's why you don't know them. And then Adrien being like, so like my dad doesn't like me either, like he's never home. And it's like, oh baby, boy. Like, it's just so heartbreaking, but it is hard. It is so hard being a parent. I am not a parent because it is hard. It's a really big decision, and that's something you have to, you know, commit to the rest of your life, is being that parent. And so it's not something I would ever take lightly. It's a massive responsibility. And so, like, those are those moments where it's like, what do you say to your child? How do you tell your child that their father loves them, but they can't be home because they're trying to help me? In lieu, they are hurting you, my dear child. So it's like, ugh. Which then, I guess, it does bring me back to my favorite topic, my absolute favorite topic, and maybe some of you know, the senti semen, senti embryo, senti cervix. We're talking about the senti sperm again. Let's go, guys. So maybe the reason why there was no amok was because they didn't make just like, you know, boop, here's your person. We just made a person. Maybe that's not what they did. Maybe they made, you know, a little womb to make a baby inside. And so maybe technically Adrien and Kagami and Felix, maybe technically they're not full senti people. Maybe they are like half senti, you know? So it doesn't work the same way for them. Like, maybe they were still technically conceived, but just not natural. Does that make sense? Like, we do need to consider that. I don't know if we'll ever go into that, but that also still needs to be considered. I have been an advocate for speaking on this subject for many a times. It is one of my favorite topics. And I think that there is evidence in this episode that it could be true. Okay? I could be true. Like, who's to say Gabriel wasn't shooting blanks? So they made a senti sperm. Okay? Or maybe both our girls, our twinnies, just weren't wombing it up. So they just made it a muck womb. And that's how they did it. Like, I think we need to address that. And, you know, genetics, it can work out where just Adrien and Felix look identical. It works that way. It can. So I'm just saying we shouldn't rule out the senti womb and senti sperm. Okay? Okay? I'm bringing it back around. My favorite topic. So, I don't know. It could be. Who knows? I think it's something we have to consider. And so I'm glad I'm the one here to consider it with you all. Because isn't that technically how, like, in Steven Universe, isn't that how, like, Steven was technically made? Right? Something like along those lines. Like, he is human, but he is also gem. So Felix is human, but also is amok. Like, I think that's what's going on here. So I don't know, I'll lead that train. I don't care what any of you say. That's the hill I'm dying on. I think it's a very good explanation. It's one of the two. It's either you had to have the intent to get rid of the amok, and Ladybug has not had the intent to get rid of the amok both times, or we had some shenanigans going on with the senti womb, and so they're not technically amoks. That's where I'm at. Along with that, Marinette, I love and don't love that she's involved. Like, I think it's very sweet of her to want to be here and to help Adrien. And obviously it looks like he wants the help. He just doesn't know how to ask for it. So I do think it was a good thing that she was there and to help with the situation. On the sidebar though, like, I do think Adrien needs to figure this stuff out for himself and be more independent and maybe not lean so much on Marinette and her intrusiveness to it all. So it's hard. It's a difficult topic. And then that brings me to Chrysalis then. Lila, Cerise, whatever you want to call her. Because on the other episodes, we've had like a mysterious person in the background, like the in the Sublime episode, we had like person sitting there writing in the background. In our first one, we also had that person at the cafe who kind of shooed them away with the kiddo. Like, we've always had some other person watching, and that's kind of how I've been understanding Cerise is finding these people, is because she's stalking Marinette. But in this one, I didn't see anybody else. Like, I did not see anybody in the background who could have been aware of the, you know, unfortunate situation that Marinette is causing here. So can she just sense, you know, the presence of the sadness the same way that Gabriel Hogmoth could? Or was I blind and there was like another person who could have maybe been there? Because we do know that like Cerise herself has like infiltrated the aggressive mansion before, so it's not unlikely that she was creeping around somewhere in there. I just didn't see another person, and like Natalie made it very clear that like only family can be in there. So I don't know, I'm very confused by that and how she did it. I mean, I'm guessing maybe she can just sense it, but how would she be able to sense that it was like involving Marinette? And I think we're gonna get a lot of these akumatizations that are surrounding Marinette. I think that's what we're going with, because so far all of them have been like, you know, involving Marinette. So I think Cerise is following her. I think Cerise knows something. Chrysalis is on it. So I'm very curious as we continue on how that's going to play out and where we go with it, because it seems like we're following Marinette heavily. But that's just it. I don't know how this happened and how Cerise would know and be able to suss this out. So I don't know, but I'm very curious to learn more about Cerise. Hopefully we'll get more information, but I'm so curious about her. She's so interesting. I am so invested with her. I also want to see Felix again too and have him come back in, because I think he has a lot of like useful information for us, and I also think he probably has a lot to say and feelings towards Marinette after the choices that she's made. I also just want to see Luca too. I didn't slip that in. I'm sorry. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy who makes me think of my husband, and I love him, so I would just want Luca to have the best too. But yeah, I love this episode. Marinette looks so cute in her little maid costume. So I don't know. I have so much to think about. I think I feel pretty good with my two theories. I think I'm willing to lock those two in right now, as either Marinette hasn't had the intention to take the muck out, so the muck didn't come out, or the senti womb, senti sperm. That's my current theories about what is going on. So I am hyped. I'm very glad Adrien will have Natalie moving forward. Makes me really happy. And as of right now, I don't believe any more new English dub episodes are going to be airing on Disney Channel for presumably the next month or so. So I will not be doing reactions to Miraculous until the English dub comes out. But if they put out new trailers for new episodes, I will start reacting to the trailers and, you know, theorizing and thinking off of those, but I will wait till English dub to watch the full episode. So as long as that makes sense, and if that pattern continues on until we get to the finale, then I'll probably start, you know, not watching the trailers. So just so we're all on the same page, I'll start watching the trailers. And, you know, whatever Globe does, that's their whole thing. But yeah, I'll start watching the Globe trailers that are like not dubbed and, you know, talk about the episodes. And then whenever they come to Disney Channel, we'll watch them then. So Thank you guys so much for watching this with me. I really appreciate you guys so much. And again, comment down below. Let me know what your theories are about the amok. And of course, you can support me on Patreon to see my full uncut reactions because copyright is really strict right now. So thank you guys, and I'll see you all later.